Welcome back to Racing Dreams. Great to have your company on this Golden Slipper Day. It's time for today's tips with Nick Berney.
Hello to you, Julie, and everyone watching on in. I'm excited. It's Golden Slipper Day. How could you not be? I'm pumped up. I've got a lot of confidence going into today. The rail goes out 3 metres. I think the track's going to play absolutely perfectly. Let's get straight into it. And I wanted to do things slightly different this week because it's such a big race, the Slipper. Let's have a look at a few replays to roll into those main chances. But the first one I want to have a look at is, of course, the Riesling Stakes for the fillies. And this is a form line that I do want to trust. Now, we'll spend some time on it because from a time and ratings perspective, they absolutely smashed the clock here. It was a high pressure race with strong margins throughout, and the horse you're going to pick up coming down the outside now is Tempted in those Godolphin blue colours. Now, he was heavily backed this day and she was run to suit, but she recorded one of the meeting's fastest 400 to 200 metre splits, and I just liked how she maintained that strong finishing speed to the line. So she ran time, she draws gate 1. I expect her to be a lot closer here, especially with Blake Shin going on board as well. But the horse I do have eyes for is Marhoona. It's in the dark green colours there, finishing second. She was 4 weeks between runs. She had to trace a brutal tempo, and look at her just never shirking her task to the line. So you can add a bonus up her performance with how all those other on-pace runners finished well back there. So I see her stalking the pace, going to a new level, and I marked her much shorter than the current market. So I'm happy to have her as one of my value bets on the program. Moving on to the next race is the boys, the Toddman Stakes, and we have to talk about this high-profile coat in Wadton, who's been the favourite for the Slipper for majority of betting, and we're going to pick him up here though in those Coolmore colours. And look, he started even money this day. He had every possible chance for mine, and look, he came out to put the race away here, but he just grinded to the line slightly, a little bit one pace, but it just suggested to me he's looking for more ground. But I've seen this story before. Chris Waller, grand final day, J-Mac on, soft draw. I do think they'll ride him a little bit colder as well because they don't want to take away that turn of foot that he does have that he showed on debut. So Winker's going on's a plus for him. That'll keep his mind on the job. On the others, North England will be much fitter. Tycoon Star continues to race well, and Baywax just needs a little bit of luck. But 2 years ago, there was a horse called Shinzo who did the backup from the Pago into the Slipper and won, and Skyhook is looking to emulate that, and this was some win. Have a look at the dominant margin here by Skyhook. So first up, just needed the run there, and then second up, we had to look at that replay last week, just should have won. But Kerrin McAvoy went straight to the front here, yes, leading at a moderate tempo, but he was so suited by the speed. But have a look at him just drift to that best ground. Then he accelerates away from his rivals and extends that winning margin. He's a definite chance. I do think he is about his right price though, but the 7-day backup, that just might be the key over the concluding stages. With all that said though, I have to be with Marhoona. I think she's the value. I can mark her much shorter than the current market, but I don't want to lose on the race if Tempted gets over the line as well. Let's go straight into the best bet though, and I'm with Broadsiding, race 6, number 1. I've got a lot of time for him, and I think it is a bit of a D-day, but I think he stands up here. So happy to be with the Godolphin colt in Broadsiding. So first up, he just showed that usual attributes that he does have, where he had adaptability, acceleration, and I just loved how he held his action that day. But this was a moderately run race, and then all of a sudden he goes into a high pressure. Randwick Miles second up here, and he's chasing from a long way out. You can just see him chasing linebacker there, and he's exerting all that energy mid-race. But have a look at him. He comes out to win that last 50 metres, and he just blows out there. So he's got the perfect platform. Third up, optimal fitness, J-Mac sticks, and he has that starting price edge over all his rivals. He started at $1.60 this day, so the market loved him. All his peak efforts have actually come at Rose Hill, so I think he's ready to go. He's clearly on the best day of the best bet on the card for me. Moving on though to the lucky last, and I think this is another great bet we can have and get some cash in the last here, and that is the 7 with his Outback Miss, and she's just very well placed here. She's a mare in career best form. All 3 of her runs this preparation, she's run to a level that wins today's race, and we just pick her up here in the navy blue colours, back to the inside. She's just blocked for a run when the sprint went on here, and I just liked when she did get clear. She wanted to pick up over the final stages. She's strong to the line. She brings a very likeable profile, and I think she just can now settle that little bit closer where she has that turn of foot. And I just think some of her rivals are a bit one-pace. So with the fitness advantage, I'm happy to be with her, and I think we can get a good result in the last. Now, speaking of big results, hopefully this horse, Buckaroo, in the Randwick Stakes, the Group 1, I think this is well over the odds. I can almost mark this horse single figures, and I'm happy to play Buckaroo here each way all day. I should say the George Rider. That is the key race here. So he's third up in his third Australian preparation for Chris Waller, and he's just looked so sharp in the trials. He's a horse in the navy blue colours, just in those yellow polka dots, and he's lining up to him last preparation. He looks a lot more forward. He's ready to sprint fresh, but his 2 first up runs in those 2 preparations, they're much better than the form guide reads. They had a bit of hidden merit. He's suited deeper into a preparation, yes, and over more ground, but have a look at this horse's form. He had too much to do in the Melbourne Cup when he SP'd favourite. He should have won a Caulfield Cup. I just see him barrier 1, wait for age, he's suited. Damien Lane on, he's a smart jockey. He'll just wait, hold him up, and if that gap comes, I think he can ambush them late. As I said before, I've got him marked a lot shorter and near those even single figure mark, but he's the knockout chance for me. But let's have a look at the graphic on the best bets all across the program here for Slipper Day, and the best bet does come out in race 6, number 1, that is Broadsiding. The next best in the lucky last, race 10, number 7, Outback Miss. The value bet is race 8, number 6, Marhoona in the Golden Slipper, and my roughie is race 7, number 4, Buckaroo. So they're my best bets for the program today out there at Slipper Day. Hope you have a great day if you're leading out. If you're sitting at home, back a stack of winners, and most importantly, have a great day.